and welcome to the video on camera. I want to show you what I've done. First of all, I went to my assets panel right up here and I selected backgrounds and I grabbed the aquarium background. That's how I got this beautiful picture here. And then I wanted some other things, so I went to props and got an orb. And then I wanted a character and I wanted a crab that would go with this. Come on, where are you there? I miss you. Ah, there he is. So I just combined the three and I made a little mini animation. So here's what it looks like. All it is just I added some tweening to get the crab and the orb. Let me do that again. And that to take off. So I kind of had some fun. But now what I would like to do is to focus in on this area for a while and then kind of make it like he's playing basketball or some kind of soccer with the squid. So what I will do is I will add a camera. Oh shoot. Oh no, I'm good. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I want to start off with focusing more on this. So I'm going to click and drag. Click and drag this. So I get closer and then up too much. There we go. So I'm doing like a close-up, and that way I could focus on getting a little shine with the octopus. So I want to keep that shine up until about there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit an F6. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to back off a little bit. I always get it backwards. Come on. Nope. Come on. You're just a little bit too sensitive. There we go. So I'm backing off on that. And then what I'm going to do is I start right here. Let me hit it real up close. That might be a little bit too abrupt. So what I'm going to do is, let's hit pause and let's jump back here a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab about frame 50 and I'm going to hit a F6 to add a keyframe in. And then I'm going to click in between, create a classic tween, and I can do a tween for the camera. So what it's doing is I'm focusing in on getting a shine for the octopus. And then, so I want to, after that, I'm going to add another keyframe, hit an F6. And then I'm eventually going to want to see, let's go right about there, close up of the squid and the crab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this keyframe. Let's go right there. So now that the only two things that I'm dealing with are those, and I'll create a classic tween. And let's see how that looks. There we go. And then I'm going to go another F6, which obviously means changing something. And then another F6 right there. And once again, I'm going to, nope, I'm dragging it. I'm wanting to be over here. Oops, I always get it backwards. Let's get it, moving that slider in. This is one of those things that you kind of got to play with it first to get a feel for it. There we. If I wanted to, I could play with some of the color effects with this. I could also add some filters. Or I can play, you know, for more precise movement of the camera, I can do the XY right here or the rotate if I so choose. So now I've got it essentially where I want it. I'm going to do a classic tween and let's see what it looks like. There we go. So it just gives you a different effect. You still have the same palette that you're working with and the animation there, but what you're doing is, you know, each one of these symbols, whether it be a movie clip or a graphic symbol, you still have them doing their thing, but now you can bring a focus in on them by using a camera. I could also rotate it around a little bit like that. There we go. And what I just did with that camera is I just moved it everything over there, so I got to slide it back this way and get rid of that. Come on. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add another layer. Oh, there it is. I'm going to go F6. Yeah, F6 right there. And then what I can do is I can add a little something like I'm going to make it a little bit smaller than that. Let's go 60. I also want it to probably be black because it's a little bit easier to see. And then I'm going to make it right there. So it'd be like the ending format. So I'm just playing around with it, and that's what I want you to do with the camera assignment. I recommend doing the tutorial that we have from Adobe, and I also recommend that you check out some of these other videos because I mean I just barely scratched the surface. I did want to show you how to do it, and there are some tricks to it. Plus, it can be kind of uh, finicky at times, as you noticed. So have fun and do your best.